Hello, welcome back to my channel. This is All Things Love and Beauty. My name is Mary, and today we're talking about all things Love Island USA Season 8, Episode 1. So if you are interested, stay tuned. I won't give it up. No, I want you to reach out. Okay, so we're just gonna go right into it. This is the very first episode of the new season, and I gotta say, not too bad. It was, I think I had like higher, actually, no. I think what I'll say overall is I went in not sure of the cast, and so far I have a few favorites. So let's start off for the beginning. I have my iPad right here, so I'll be looking at the notes. So first thing I noticed was the music video, the little intro summer music video was so cute. I love that it started with the girls. I think they were so cute, and then the guys came on later. Everyone looked adorable, and I like the song choice. The villa looks very nice. I don't know, it looks a lot nicer this year than previous year. And then they added like a new section. What is it called? I think like all the fields or something. There's a new little daybed section. It's very cute. The first to enter the villa, we have Anaya and Kenzie. And Kenzie, let's just say Kenzie is very special. She has like these big facial expressions, and it's kind of scary at first. We're just meeting her for the first time, so her eyes just get so big, and her smile is so big, and her hair, like everything is like intense with her so far. Maybe she'll mellow out, but I kind of got the same vibe in the music in her intro package, and so far she hasn't disappointed with the intensity. We'll leave it at that. Anaya is, she seems cool. Like nothing too like crazy about her yet. She seems like normal. Next we have Melanie who enters, and she seems so sweet. Like she has such a nice smile. She looks so familiar, and I don't know why. I think she might be like a TikToker. I don't know for sure, but like her face seems so familiar to me. I'm trying to figure out where I know her from, and I think it's TikTok. I think she's a TikToker, um, and I think I've seen a couple of her videos. Or maybe she just has a familiar face, but she seems so sweet so far. I like her a lot. And then we have Beatrice. Beatrice. I want to say her name right. She is the one with the amputated leg. She was born with a rare birth defect. And she is an Olympian. And I gotta say, she is so hilarious. So far, she might be my favorite. She might be my favorite. She's just like funny and goofy and just like so real. I don't know. I like her. Like she gives off like one of the dudes, but also one of the girls. Like she gets along with everyone. I like her so far. She is my favorite. She's hilarious. I love her personality. Okay, after Beatrice, we have, so those are all the girls. Oh no, there was Trinity. Trinity is also one of the girls. And then Ariana came in, and she was wearing this like black dress, and one of her boob is covered and the other is kind of like taped on. And the whole time she's walking, I'm just like, oh my gosh. I had a little bit of anxiety because I'm like, shoot, her dress is like hanging by a thread. Thankfully, there was no wardrobe malfunction, but I don't think I like her dress or her hair or her makeup. And usually she looks so good. I think the whole outfit is just too intense for Love Island. Love Island is supposed to be fun, and I feel like she was dressed like she was going to like an award show instead of like Love Island. but she's always beautiful. Just not a fan of her outfit. So next, the boys start coming in one by one, where we introduce to Bryce, and then the rest of the guys. And the whole time, I keep looking at the guys. I'm like, okay, okay, where is my Gabriel? Gabriel was one of the guys we were introduced to, but he was not there. So that was like my first thought after meeting all the guys. I'm like, where is Gabriel? But all the guys seems cool. There is Bryce, Sean, Casey, Sincere, and Zach. So after all the guys come in, they do a little game. Basically, everyone kiss everyone, but like they do it in a game style where you have to answer questions to see who you have the most in common with. And all the kisses, they're it was something. Like everyone was kissing everyone. It's kind of a little sloppy, gross, but there are some kisses that stand out to me. So there was a kiss between Anaya and I don't remember who she kissed, but it was so awkward. Like I don't know if it was just awkward. I'm hoping that it's nerves. Maybe she's nervous. It was the first kiss. She doesn't know these people, but it just looked so weird. Like maybe she didn't know how to kiss, but I don't know. That was a standout kiss for me. I noticed it because it just seemed so awkward. But Beatrice, my favorite girl so far. Who knows? That might change, but so far she's my favorite girl. She looks like she's a stellar kisser. Like all her kisses with the different guys, especially Sean, like there was like a rhythm to it. It was like slow but also like passionate, some tongue but not too much. And she, like all the guys she kissed, especially Sean, she looked like she was having chemistry with them. So yeah, I feel like she's the one to watch for me personally so far. I loved just her vibe. So after all the kissing games, everyone swapping saliva, we have couples, Trinity and Bryce. Uh, Sean, who did Sean? Oh, Beatrice and Sean. Anaya and Casey. And Anaya and Casey, actually, they were defaulted partners. So basically, Anaya and Melanie both wanted the same guy, and the guy chose Melanie. And I'll let you know who the guy is. And then, so that left Anaya single. And then Casey, actually, no one stood for him, or no one was at his door. So he was left alone, unfortunately, and he seemed so sad. I felt so bad for him. He seemed sad. And I just want to talk about this coupling thing with Love Island. I feel like they've come a long way from, if you know, you know, like back in the day, it was so embarrassing because there was always a girl standing and it was always a black girl. I think over the years, they've tried to change it and put it more in the girl's control so that, it doesn't seem as bad. But without a doubt, it's always a black girl not chosen. This time is a black girl and a black guy. And I know there's nothing that can be done about it. Obviously, the people are going to choose who they like, but it just sucks. I felt so bad for Casey. He seemed so sad, and so did Anaya. They basically defaulted partner because no one chose them, and it was really sad. Hopefully, their luck changes throughout the season, but that's one thing I noticed, and that's something that's consistent with Love Island. I don't know how to change it. It has gotten better over the years, but it still happens. There's always someone not picked, and it's always a black person. Yeah. Okay, that's my spiel. Now back to the fun. So, Anaya and Casey were the third couple, and then we had Melanie and Sincere. So Sincere was the guy who chose Melanie over Anaya. So it was Anaya and Melanie both went to his door and he had to pick. So he picked Melanie. As much as I was sad for Anaya, I gotta admit, they're pretty cute. They look cute together. And then lastly, we have Kenzie and Zach. So those are the five couples that are coupled up the first night. And to end the night, there was like big fireworks, and it was so cool. And I gotta say, the budget, it seems like the budget got bigger this year because I've never seen, usually fireworks, I think it's like for the finale. But the fact that they had it night one, that tells me that budget got higher. So, way to go, Love Island. Um, Okay, so all the couples got together and they were like talking with their partners, trying to get to know each other. And one thing I noticed is Casey. So Casey and Anaya was telling Casey that her dad was in the, was it NFL or NBA? Her dad was in the NBA, and his eyes like got so big. He was like smiling, but like trying to hide his smile. I'm like, yeah, that's the only thing. He seems like a nice guy, but the minute she mentioned her dad was in the NBA, his eyes got so big and he was like trying to hide his smile and he kept asking, "Oh, really? Your dad's in the NBA? Oh, what team? What team?" And it was just like, "Dang, bro, chill, chill, chill." So, yeah, that's the only thing that gave, I wouldn't say red flag, but more orange or pink flag. So just something to keep an eye out for, because like when he was talking to her, he was all down, and the minute she mentioned that, he got like big eye. Okay, so that was pretty much the first night. All the couples are, I would say, all the couples are kind of excited to get to know their partners, except Zach. Zach made it known that he was not, what's her name? Big eyed girl. Kenzie. He made it known that she wasn't his type usually. He's used to like dark hair, dark features, and Kenzie is blonde and definitely not dark features. So we'll see, but he's made it clear that she's not his type. And then I think everyone else is kind of open minded besides Zach. And I think maybe Bryce a little bit. Bryce and Trinity, there's a little iffy there, but everyone else is kind of open. So there, that was night one. The Islanders woke up to day two, and the guys made breakfast per usual. And we get to see the couples kind of form. We see Melanie and Sincere. They shared a kiss, and it was so cute. Like they look adorable together. They kind of look similar, which is weird. And they're both from the East Coast, so they bonded over that. So later that night, Ariana came back to the villa and basically told the Islanders, if you're happy with your couple, stand on one side. If you are open to change, stand on one side. And so, oh, there's doors. So each, the men are on one side of the door, women are on the other. So you don't get to see what your partner chooses. And then in walks in two new bombshells already. And I'm so excited because Gabriel is finally here. Like the whole episode, I'm just like, where is Gabriel? Where is Gabriel? Where is Gabriel? And so he finally came in. He was one of the bombs. And he came in with another bombshell, a female. Her name is Kada, and she is 22. She's so pretty. The only thing is, I feel like 22 is so young. Like, I don't know. I feel like Love Island is getting younger and younger. But yeah, so those are the two bombs that came in. I was so excited to see Gabrielle and Kata too. She seems cute. But each bomb, they were allowed to kiss any of the girl or guy that chose to be open. So Gabriel went to the girl side, and any of the girls that said they were open, he could kiss them and took them away. Same with Kada. She kissed any of the guys that stood up and said they were open, and they kissed and took them away. So that's where the episode ended. Again, the guys and girls on the opposite side don't know what's going on. They don't know who was taken away or who is still standing. So that's where the episode ended on a cliffhanger. So tonight's episode, we get to find out who these new bombs are, and everyone else get to find out who stayed and who was taken away. So I would say overall, it was a good first episode. It wasn't too crazy. If I had to rate it, I would rate it, I think 7.5 out of 10. I think it was a good, solid episode. There was kissing, there was little cute romance, but I think it's just the beginning. I think maybe because the last 2 seasons have been so great, maybe the expectation was higher. I'm not sure, but I wasn't underwhelmed, but I wasn't like overwhelmed. It was just a good, solid episode, which is a good thing. So I'm blabbing right now, but overall, 7. It was a good episode, and I'm excited for the rest of the season. So make sure to come back because I will be reviewing every episode as much as I can. So make sure to come back because I will be reviewing the next episode. Same time, same place. Well, maybe different time, but same place here on my channel. Once again, my name is Mary, and this is All Things Love and Beauty. Till next time, bye.